to the live stream. I am Carl T. Rogers, the story philosopher, writer, and director, teaching you how to leverage visual storytelling for your screenwriting. So, in today's screenwriting live stream, just like last time, we're going to be doing some heads down writing time. So, there's actually somebody here who's going to be working on their script alongside you, so you can actually get stuff done. We're going to be writing together, and you'll actually be able to watch as I'm writing. I'm going to do this writing in these little sprints, so like 20 to 25 minute sessions. And then after that, we're going to take a short break in which I'll answer questions that you can put in the comments in the live stream. And I'll answer your questions. Then we'll do another round of writing. Okay? So let's get ready to do that. First, I have to replace the link of some of the... I tried to post this video in my screenwriting group and things like that, and we have some technical difficulties, so I've got to replace the link. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now I'm going to do the same thing for some of my other links. Technology was not being very kind to me today. So while I'm doing this, feel free to grab a cup of coffee, get some water. Make sure you've got all the stuff you need to be able to write. I know I've got my coffee. I've got a thermos with extra coffee in it. I've got some water. I've also got a little timer that we'll be using to make sure that we're actually sticking to that 25-minute, those 25-minute segments. So I'm actually going to be having some headphones in while we're actually writing, because I like to listen to music while I write. If you like to listen to music while you work on your screenplays, then let me know down in the comments what genre you'd like to listen to. Right now, I'm going to be listening to, I wouldn't call it cyberpunk. I would call it kind of related to that, though. Because I'm working on this sci-fi thing, I like having something that sounds kind of sci-fi-ish. Just helps me, get in the zone, as it were. So I'll start right here. I've got my headphones. I've got my little timer. I'm going to set it to 25 minutes. That's ticking. I know it looks like it's a Duolingo owl, but it's not officially a Duolingo owl. And then I'm going to reverse the screen here so you can see what I am actually doing. I've got my music here, and then over here, I've got my script. Okay. So the way I like to do this is on the left side, I've got my outline, and I always like to outline inside something called Whimsical. It's like this big whiteboarding type program, and I can have my outline in here and move boxes around, and it's kind of like what I used to do with the index cards, except now I can do so much more, and it's all digital. And then on the right, I've got Final Draft, so that I can kind of just look at these real quick. All right, let's write. I'm gonna play my music. got a lot of different outlines in this one board. You can see just how much stuff is in here, how many scripts. Okay, here's the one I'm working on. I'm in Act 3, trying to get to the end of this rewrite. All right. Are you ready to write? This is the first time I've done a live stream on my phone. In the past, I've used a computer. Okay. That's right. I think I'm going to bring you all up here, actually. Yeah, it's a bit better, isn't it? I am, hope I didn't interrupt your train of thought, but I'm very close to hitting page 100, and it's always a cool milestone. Hey there, thanks for the comment. Ergo Cinema. Yeah, I'm working on my screenplay, and hopefully other folks as well can be working on theirs. For this first sprint, we've got about, I don't know, 16 minutes left. I thought I'd left myself at a good stopping point the last time I was working on this a few days ago, and now I'm trying to figure out where I was going. Such is the way of writing. I know what I want the characters to do, but I've got to figure out a way for them to do it and the audience actually know what's going on without them figure out where it's not going. Yeah, exactly. Now I know what's going to happen next. I've got this outline. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to show it. And the good thing about screenwriting is, even if I come up with a bad way to show it, I can always come back and fix it. Main thing is just about getting the draft done. Gotta get the draft done. Especially with this one, I'm about to hit page 100, so gotta get it done. Do the opposite. Yep, that's a good technique too. I've heard of that. It's like narrowing things down. Well, I know what can't happen, and then that helps figure out what can happen. That might work. We'll try that. What is that word? And now, spell check. Okay, I spelled it right. Good. And there was audible relief. I have successfully reached page 100. There we go. This is what I'm working on. See, down here is the old stuff from the previous drafts. This is all the new stuff. I'm trying to keep them separated. Oops. I have to restart my music playlist. What should I do now? All right, that is the timer. Time to take a little break from writing. Okay, there we go. All right, it's trying to stop. I need more coffee. I don't know about you. I got a little less than half a page written. Not the best, but definitely progress, which is what we're going for here. For anybody who's watching, now is the time. If you have a question, drop it down in the chat, and we shall talk about it. Question about the script I'm working on, question about screenwriting, question about any of my other videos, anything like that. I don't see any right now. I don't see any questions. That's okay. You can probably see the pity, fear, catharsis that I've got right here. That is actually screenwriting related. So I'm thinking about doing a video about it, actually, and how it relates to story structure. So let me know if that's something you would like to see, or something I should do. Let me check and see if there's a question on Facebook. Sometimes that happens. No, I don't think so. All right. So in lieu of questions, I'm gonna, before we jump back into another sprint, I'm gonna tell you kind of what I'm trying to work through here with this script. Near the end of Act 3, and Act 3 is all about trying to bring everything together, trying to bring everything together from the different acts, all the character arcs, and all the moments. And right now I'm in kind of one of the climactic scenes at the end. And that's real difficult because there's so many moving parts, so many moving parts all at once. And getting those all to kind of synchronize in a way that's not distracting and actually makes sense is difficult, especially because this is a sci-fi script and it's got like telepathy and aliens and all this kind of fantastical stuff that makes it a little bit difficult to handle. But that's still good because it means that I learn as I write this. I learn about the characters. I learn more about writing with every script I write. So it's all good. So if you're ever feeling stuck while you're working on a script, that's normal. That's fine. Welcome to the club. Even people who've been doing this for much longer than I have still run into that whenever they're working on their script. So that's perfectly okay. All right, let's do another sprint. 25 minutes. Cool. Hey there. Where do I bring the villain into this scene? That's what I'm wrestling with. Or the sequence, rather. Villain's already in this scene. Listening to Lo-Fi Girl. Yeah, that's a good one. Can you share the link to the music so I can check? How does the outline process look like? Logline Heroes, Act 1, 2, 3. Great question. If you will stick around for a few minutes, I'll answer that at our next break. Okay, but I will tell you the music. The link is called Jack Wav Music, so it's like wave, W-A-V, but without the E. So Jack Wave with no E Music. That's the name of the channel. Also listen to a lot of Chill Music Lab. That's another channel. Yeah. But yeah, really good question. Really good question. We will talk about that in a few minutes. I just realized I am missing a beat from my outline. Yeah, got about 10 minutes till our next break, so keep writing. Share the link. Yes. I might be able to share it. Here's what I'll do. I'll get to that question, your questions in a minute, but for now, I will post the link to what I'm listening to in the comments with my other channel. My other channel is going to be the one leaving the comment. There, okay. That's what I'm listening to right now. Yeah, I like cyberpunk too. That's pretty fun stuff. I've just said an apostrophe. I think you mean an epiphany. Bonus points if you can name the movie I just quoted there. But yeah, I did just have an idea, so. Excuse me. Yes, how do I outline? We'll be talking about that in a few minutes. Good question. Don't want to lose this idea. Ah, there we go. There we go. Yes, got an idea. Unify those themes. Dissuade him. Cool. That actually works, I think. Oops. That's not supposed to be all caps. I had another idea. So if you actually sit down to work on your script and you get into it, then you get ideas. You just wait on ideas to come. Doesn't usually work that way. right, that was the timer. I made some progress. Hope you did too. Let's look real quick. Yep. Made some progress. Added a new little thingy here for it needs to happen at the end of this scene. And you know, earlier we first started, I was up here somewhere. Now I'm down here. It feels like it's slow going, but that's normal. Oh, we have a special guest. Hello. This is Princess Buttercup. So, you had a question about how I outline. That is a very good question. So, let me go back to your actual question, make sure I get everything, get all the details. How do you outline Hero's Journey, Act 1, 2, and 3? So, I'm not a huge fan, honestly, of the hero's journey. Not that it's bad necessarily, but I think that some people overemphasize how useful it is. Hero's journey can be a very good framework if you're doing a certain type of story, like the if you've watched my video about Save the Cat, then you'll know one of the few things that I do like about Save the Cat is how Blake Snyder breaks down different storytelling genres, not based on how the audience views the genre, but on the way the story is structured and kind of the way the characters are. And so one of those is called Golden Fleece, which is basically any type of epic story where somebody goes on a quest and they meet a lot of people along the way in order to get something and then come back. So that can be, you know, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou would fit that. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope would fit that. Like, all of these stories where somebody leaves somewhere in order to go obtain something and they meet people along the way and then they try to get that thing at the end. Whether it's an epic adventure story or a fantasy travel tale or a bank heist or anything like that would fall into that genre. And so Hero's Journey works really well for those type of stories, in my opinion. But if you try to use it for other things, I don't think it's quite as applicable or as useful. I mean, you could kind of turn a lot of the steps into metaphors and use them for other types of story structures, I guess. But the whole, like, story circle and hero's journey and that kind of thing, I think it works well for that particular genre of story, but maybe not for all of the other types, like Snyder would talk about them. So that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I kind of approach it. As far as doing acts, yes, definitely like to do acts. That's why I have these appear: pity, fear, catharsis. Those go with the 3 acts: first act, second act, and third act. Like I said earlier, thinking about doing a video about that. So if you'd like me to do a video about act structure, definitely put that in the comments. Dolphin laugh. Or whoever else is interested. And then the act structure really just breaks down to the different choices that the protagonist makes. You know, they make a choice about what to do next, and that moves them from Act 1 to 2, and then another choice which moves them from Act 2 to 3. Of course, there's other choices in between there, but those are like really major choices, which is what a turning point means. It's just a major choice. I always wondered, you know, reading books or hearing in classes, like, oh, this is a turning point. Turning what? What are we turning? What does that mean? You know, it's just a very important choice with a lot of The choice has stakes, and it has repercussions that matter to the main character and the other characters in the story. So that is how I approach outlining in a very basic sense, in that I kind of start with what the character, who the character is, what the arc should be, what the story should be about, and then I try to work backwards based on that ending that I want to have. If you want to learn more about how I outline, I actually do have like a crash course available on kind of how I like to do this, and I'm going to post the link in here for you. It's just this little thing called How to Outline Your Screenplay. It's only $7, and it's like me giving a crash course in my process. And if you want to know more about how I do that, then that's what I would recommend. I'm going to go ahead and put that here. Boom. There you go. There's your link. So, you know, here I only spent five minutes talking about it, but this is, you know, a lot more in depth on how I kind of tackle this stuff. So definitely recommend you check that out if you want to know more about my process and kind of want to see me go through it. Are there any other questions? I posted it, but I'm not seeing it in the comments. It's weird. Posted the link. It's weird. Sorry about that. Let me try something else. I'm going to try posting that link with my main channel instead of commenting in the chat as my second channel. Maybe that'll be a bit more reliable. But I think those are really good questions, especially since everybody, you know, outlines differently. Everybody does things in a different way. Okay, there. I posted the link again. Hopefully you can see that this time. Yeah, I'm just gonna, just so you know what it is. How I outline screenplays. Yeah. So, click on that link, and I'll once we're done with the video here, I'll also put that in the description as well. Yeah, so you can get it in case you come back to the video. But everybody has a different process for how they do it. You can learn from how I do it. You can learn from how other people do it. And I think everybody's process kind of changes as they continue to grow as a writer. I know the way I do stuff now is not the same way I did stuff, 2 years ago. And that's good, because as you get better at it, you kind of adapt and grow as you do that. So, unless anybody else has any other questions, I'm going to leave it at that. Give you about 1 more minute if you want to post another question or ask a follow-up. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, definitely grab that little crash course. I think it'll answer a lot of the questions that you have about kind of the way I like to do stuff. feel like there's something else I was going to say. Maybe not. Well, I know this is kind of a surprise live stream, and it's a little bit jankier at the beginning than my other one. So thanks everyone for sticking with it and being willing to put up with the technical challenges this morning. It's the first time I've live streamed with my phone. Done it before with the laptop. It looks a lot better on the phone, but it's just not as stable of a view. So I'm gonna keep working on the setup. But hope everybody had a good time today. I hope you got some pages done on your script. And finally, if you don't already have it, I'm gonna post this link as well. Or actually, it'll be in the comment. It'll be in the description. The description down below. I've got a free download on how to crush writer's block for screenwriters. So it's got 17 different hacks that I use when I'm not feeling very creative or when I feel kind of stuck and I'm not sure what I should do next. So you can go download that for free. 17 screenwriting hacks to crush writer's block. So go grab that. Link will be in the description. I will post it in the chat actually right now as well. Let me pull up that tab again. I'll post it. Waiting on it to load. Still waiting on it to load. Yeah, it's just not been a good technology day. Sorry, y'all. All right, so there's the link for that. Bada bing, bada boom. Crush writer's block. And good luck with your writing and the rest of your screenplays, and I'll see you next time.